Marvelous light heavyweight, Billy Conn, the laughing, happy, handsome Irishman from Pittsburgh.
Patina with a white stripe on his trunks. He's a southpaw. Emilio the Mighty, they call him. Patina weighs 173 and a quarter tonight. Smiling Billy Conn, the glamour boy of boxing, weighs 170 and a quarter. Round 15, the final round of this battle for the world's light heavyweight championship between Billy Conn, the Pittsburgh Flash, and Emilio Patina. Madison Square Garden, New York, July 13th, 1939. Patina, the southpaw, white stripe down the side of his trunks. End of the fight. It's all over. Here's the decision.
The winner and new world light heavyweight champion, Billy Conn.
And the big winner. He had a long reign, and he is voted the best light heavyweight of all time, Archie Moore.
Light heavyweight champion Archie Moore runs into a rough Yvonne Durrell. A short right drops Archie early in round one. Can Archie Moore weather the storm? Moore is in the best shape of his career, as we will see as the fight progresses. Durrell sends victory and rips bruising combinations to the body and short rights to the head. Moore calls on all his know-how in a ring career that began in 1936. In that time, he's KO'd better than half of his more than 125 opponents. Moore is hurt, tries to cover up, and a left and short right sends him down again. In round 5, Durrell continues to pour it on. Moore against the ropes, takes a right and short left hook and goes down again. In round 7, Durrell suddenly tires and Moore comes on. It's Moore working quickly with short punches to the body, then switching to the head. Moore knocks Durrell down with a left and right and left. Now Durrell is in trouble. In round 10, the tide has changed. Moore in command. Now it's Moore, the clever boxer puncher. Moore with a short left, right and left. Again, Durrell is down. The referee picks up the count over a tired game Durrell. But he's saved by the bell. In round 11, light heavyweight champion Moore gets home again with a left, right, left, and defeats Yvonne Durrell, coming far behind and almost out in round 1 to do it. As Moore would remark after the fight, this was my finest hour.
Interesting division, Bill. It was sort of a manufactured division, wasn't it?
The light heavyweights?
Yes.
Yeah, because they were the people who just weren't heavy enough. But it's kind of a division where too many fighters don't want to be in, actually, because the money really isn't there. The heavyweights really take it away from the light heavyweights. But there have been some great ones.
Not much doubt in your minds about Archie Moore?
Well, some people could raise doubts. For example, Ezzard Charles, long before he became the heavyweight champion, beat Archie Moore, when few people would fight, much less could beat Moore. But I think Moore will be remembered for being, perhaps before Muhammad Ali, the most colorful verbal fighter of all time. He was a tremendously entertaining character, And he could do everything in the ring also, as box, punch with either hand, take a punch. And he was combative, as many people remember his wonderful fight against Rocky Marciano.
How about Billy Conn as a light heavyweight, Bill?
Well, I thought he was a great boxer. He was my choice. Of course, the thing with him was that he got a little careless with Joe Louis in that 13th round, if you remember. But he beat just about everybody, and just that little more punch, a little more weight, and he would have been a great heavyweight.
All right, now we're going to move into the heavyweights. And a lot of marvelous heavyweights with names that will always be remembered in this country and have been remembered since before 1900. Let's take a look at some of America's top heavyweights of all time. Marvelous sketches done by one of America's best sports artists, the man sitting right across from me, Bill Gallo. Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go down the heavyweight division now and move into the final three. This is going to make a lot of boxing fans unhappy. The boxing writers did not pick Jack Dempsey into the final three. He just missed out. And because he was such a colorful and great champion, we wanted to show him in action anyway. And here he is against another heavyweight champ, Jack Sharkey.
That's Dempsey to the left of your screen in the striped trunks, giving Sharkey a real going over at close quarters. Look at the ex-champion work away at Sharkey's midsection. Sharkey turns to the referee to protest, and Dempsey lands a left hook that throws the younger man. Sharkey is writhing on the canvas in obvious pain. The referee continues to shout the count. 8, 9, 10, that's it. Jack Sharkey is assisted to his feet by Dempsey, but let's look at that controversial knockout again in slow motion. Watch Dempsey get in those body blows. Now Sharkey turns to the referee, and Dempsey lands that left. Sharkey tumbles flat on his face. Dempsey stands over the fallen fighter, momentarily confused. Now he goes to a neutral corner. Jack Dempsey scores an official 7th round knockout over Jack Sharkey.
You know, Kurt, I think we ought to pay homage to Jack Dempsey. He was such an enormous mythic figure in this country in the first half of the century, second really only to Babe Ruth.
You know, you're right. Of all the things that have happened to me in sports, one of my finest memories is still goes all the way back to when I was a little boy, when Dempsey was on his way to fight Tuning, the famous fight in Chicago, and he came through on the Union Pacific Streamliner in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Cold morning, and we had a half-hour labor, and 1,000 youngsters were there. And he got off the train in his bathrobe, and he went down and shook hands with every one of us. I remember looking up in that face, and I said, "Hi, champ." I said, "Hello, kid, how are you?" And he went right down the line. But he really did have a mystique with everybody in the country. Well, he didn't finish in the top three, but certainly a colorful champion. So let's move now to the final top three finishers by the boxing writers of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Number 3, retired, undefeated, and there are going to be a lot of unhappy fans about him finishing third. And we're talking about Rocky Marciano.
Going into tonight's fight, Rocky Marciano in dark trunks has had 36 professional fights, winning all of them, 31 by knockouts. Lane has a big win over Jersey Joe Walcott and a knockout win over the hard-punching Bob Satterfield. As in all of Marciano's fights, he never allows his opponents to get a moment's rest. This has been his trademark. Marciano always on the move, trying